The infestation of cockroaches and rodents has led some households and businesses to the cheapest, banned yet lethal solutions. Isaiah Khanyane worked in the pest control industry for about 28 years and has since started his own small business doing the same. He says he's seen an increase in rodents and cockroaches infestation.
The infestation right now is the rodents and the cockroaches. Yeah, there is a lot of rodents and cockroaches, and the problem for the cockroaches is environment. So when the environment changes, is where the problem for cockroaches in summer is. And also the rodents, there is a big problem for rodents, especially in our townships. So it's where we help people because the rodents, they can cause the diseases.
Lesego Selwane, the owner of Ronewa Creations that also offers pest control services, says the COVID pandemic is partly to blame.
Ever since COVID, because a lot of properties were very dormant in that time, and as a result, a lot of the outdoors hasn't been looked after quite well, and so that has caused more infestations. Because if you're not looking after the outdoors, a lot you stand in the your compromised positions whereby you're going to have more infestations, and that's what we've seen because the total hygiene of the property is really not looked after. We're focusing so much on the indoors that we're forgetting that actually with the long grass and the untidiness of the space really just increases your levels of infestations.
Khanyane recommends the use of registered pest controllers to eradicate the use of banned substances that could place lives in danger.
I encourage the business owners, for example, the spaza shops, to use the pest control companies because they are using the registered chemicals. Because it's very dangerous to buy the chemical from the street. You don't know, there is no label, there is no L numbers for them. You don't know how dangerous it is. You go and put it in your place, in the shop or in the house. It's very dangerous, not only at the spaza shop, even at the homes. You can't buy the chemical from the street. They said this one is for the rest and it's wrapped with the plastic, no name. It's very dangerous.
Selwane says she has seen an increase in inquiries for their services, especially in the townships.
We're seeing that there's a rise of wanting more information and that understanding. And what we've seen in our experience is that showing them the stats from doing the work, then it turns a lot easier. So when you come in and saying, oh, we're going to do pest control, there's a little bit of hesitation. But when you tell them that these are the results that you're going to get out of it, and tell them it's not just about putting certain chemicals in the space, but it is also the entire hygiene of the whole space. Are you using gloves when you're using certain things? Are you especially if you're in the space where you're dealing with food, and the various things that you can actually mitigate and make savings in that space has really helped people to make better decisions.
Yeah. The Township Economic Commission of South Africa and the House of Ruby Rose say local businesses need to be educated about the cost of non-compliance, which can endanger lives. The organizations are passionate about helping township-based businesses to develop and scale up. They call on the government to jump in and assist.
We'll be running workshops on assisting small businesses in terms of compliances, which is one of the things that we'll be focusing on. And also we've noticed that cost of compliance is too high. So we'd really like the government to step in and assist.
You want government to assist in terms of financial backup to the sponsorship owners. Maybe come up with a scheme that will assist businesses to make sure that they comply. Remember, when you're selling food, you need to then make sure that once in a month, according to law, you must have the pest control, in place. We need to make sure that how people, the food handling, this is why those are issues and the workshops that will be running with Refilwe to make sure that people then understand the importance of making sure that food handling is safe, and then so that we don't find what is currently happening in the country. And then we are also saying there is no point of saying you want to close down spaza shops, because these are businesses that we need to make sure that we assist, and then to make sure that we also help them to scale up.
Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.